Good morning, everybody. Can you hear me? Audio check. Hey, DJ, how are you? Becca, good morning. Larry, good morning. Marty, good morning. YouTube, good morning. All right, so what we got going on here, we got ourselves a big deal here. Captain set up long on the 200 into Rinco. Now we're getting a bit of a retest right now for that harmony zone number one. And what we got going on also is a market that is out of sync here. So that's important. I'd like to see us holding on to harmony zone number two. Otherwise, we're going to get a complete reversal on the 200 into Rinco. I went long early on right here at 44, right when the captain setup established itself. And I tried to go for a push, but we're coming against that harmony's Globex band. The Globex band, the bottom end of it, and that posed a bit of resistance. So we push back now, and we'll see if this captain setup is going to hold. I'm trading the $300,000 account with Apex right now. So these trades are going off on that. We have a bunch of PAs. Let's see here. Let's get this going. Here you go. So we got these 20 PAs that we're working on. So I'm going to trade some of them today. They'll show up here. Depends on how we're doing on the 300. If we're starting to connect with the 300 and I have a bit of a cushion, then I'll start trading the other ones. Evaluation accounts, I got 2 of them right now. I have a $50,000 account, and that's about $400 away from passing, and then the $300,000 account. The only issue is I cannot pass anymore because I got 20 already. So we need to kind of be careful. Make enough money, but don't make too much money, if that makes any sense. All right, so let's get this show on the road. Good luck, everybody. Stay disciplined, focused. Let's get it done. Yeah, that's a push, guys. That's a push. Wow. I mean, this is fast market right here. And we got ourselves almost a complete reversal of that 200, and that's not expected, to be honest with you. Wow. Hey, Steven. Good morning. All right, so it's not a complete break right now of that 200. I mean, we could get a six-prong captain setup. So it really depends. And if we break 45, then yeah, we got a situation where we need to get long and aggressively long. If we start breaking anything under 845 and a quarter, then that confirms that break, and we could see lower prices toward the 800 and potentially retest the structure that the market put on the 20th. And that was a captain setup, switch trade, and there's a lot of stability, and that's 600 to 750. It's a 150 point range that the market kind of protected. So there's going to be a lot of action today. All right, so as far as news, we got revised consumer sentiment. Let's go. Okay, I mean, they broke that level. Now the next target is 820. Rallies are shortable on a swing trade basis. I'm glad that we were a little bit careful here, because that trade right here, you know, I just saw the fact that the market was just not pushing the way it's supposed to at the bottom end of the Globex band, and I got out for a profit. That's the first trade that I've done this morning. I'm gonna give this one a shot here. Thank you. There you go. That was a railroad long. If anything, I needed to kind of add to it. And the market already got out of sync, so it's a two-sided market. Let's see if we can do that again. Man, that thing kept running too. Look at that. That's a reversal. I mean, they take it to 20. They're about to. So there's a bit of a rejection that we just saw up here. Two switch trades short, and the market was running down. So there, I mean, they got very, very close at 920. All right, so we got the reversal. So what does that mean? Okay, let's take a look at it because that's just a little bit sneaky here. They put on a captain setup. Okay, got you. And then right at the open, they flushed it and reversing it. So that tells me that whole range is pretty much in the territory of that captain setup. And the outcome of this coming candle, I mean, you cannot, I mean, for the long, you simply cannot break 845. If you break 845, you are producing a huge sell signal, and that will push the price lower. The odds are that we're going to go up to this level of 945 and a quarter. So I'm going to be looking at the pullbacks as a buying opportunity on a scalping basis only. And we are going to be looking for a target of 945. Then there's going to be a lot of stops at 972 that will get us all the way to Globex. Okay, and this is the kind of market we have to kind of be, you know, hyper careful with. Now, if we get ES to cooperate, and ES to cooperate is a closure above 57.35 and a half, that will produce a captain setup long here, and that will lead to a push that's going to aid NQ. And we're playing around the 900. So you're seeing the market coming into this 900. There's a bunch of stops right under 900 that the market can go down and reach. It's 8:41, so we got plenty of time. We took two trades. We're up a little bit. Yeah, here we go. They're taking out the stops, and most likely they're going to reverse it here. Yeah. Took out the stops, bought it back up. Longs 881 is must protect. On the 40 NT Rinko, we got something going on here. It's a captain setup switch trade short. So pay attention to that one because that is showing me distribution area in this zone between 20 and a whole number. So there's resistance to this move here. And that may shift our understanding of this price action. Okay, that's good. That's good. That's what I want to see. That's what I want to see. I mean that they took out that formation, captain setup switch trade short. So they took it out here at 22 and they're pushing. So they're that's good to see. So our target up here is going to come in 45. You could see pretty rough stop runs here. That's a stop run right there. ES needs to come and cooperate with us above that level of 735 half. And here comes crazy. Oh man, they rejected right at that. Look at that, captain setup switch trade. But that happened so quickly. Ain't no way you could have jumped in unless you're ahead of that move. Okay, so the market is out of sync. What do I want to do? I want to pause. We got news at the top of the hour. And we're seeing the market that just simply within few seconds just burst. It's an energy burst, and it was on the downside with the rejection of the bottom end of the Globex band and also the target of 45 and a quarter. So that makes me kind of holding off on any idea of going long for now, and just giving the market a little bit more time to kind of sort itself out. Speed, range, and behavior. Speed is fast. I would call this fast. Not super fast, but fast. Range is contracting. Behavior is a pattern of consolidation, a non-trending behavior right here. So I need to be patient. It's a scalping environment. Get in, get out. Potential captain set up long on the 50 NT Rinko if we break 96. It looks like they're trying, man. You're gonna have to try. Oh my God, look at that. You bastards. Yeah, I cannot keep it here. I gotta look for the pullback. Damn it. Yeah, look at that. That was a good one, man. I don't know if you guys saw this, but that's the captain setup. You got the 96, and I was hoping to get a pullback for a push, but the market has other plans. I mean, let them test. Let them test the whole number. They have to. Well, they don't have to do anything, but they They should. Yeah, and if we get to 920 and close above it, that will set the stage for the market being back in sync. No, no. Oh, well, that's a spot. Took one off. I'm gonna reduce my risk here and look for another push. And done there. I'd like more, be honest with you. I really like that big target. But I mean, the market is nervous here. So I'm just taking the scalps and just moving on. Yeah, look at that. That's a failure of a captain. So they should push the market higher. 14 and a quarter. 14, if we break 14 and a quarter, that would be a captain setup switch trade long. Here we go. I mean, I may need to get heavier here. I need to get in here. The market is in sync. ES is not cooperating though. That is an issue. Look how ES is actually pushing lower. I mean, there's a big divergence between those two things, but I got to trade what's in front of me on NQ. What's in front of me is the market that is trying to go higher, and it's facing a little bit of resistance, but we could see. Hold on. Okay, I mean, all right. So we got to read through the stops here. I mean, they needed to run this thing above 20, and came in with a double top and kind of and failed it. This captain setup, switch trade, needed to protect the 95, and they just sliced right through it. Okay, I'm not gonna argue with the market. Just gonna protect myself. And that's why I'm the ES was the clue. Be honest with you, the ES was the clue because it was just simply not in sync. Like it was not cooperating. Like NQ was doing one thing, ES was doing the other. Man, that's ruthless. Woof. Hey Sam, good morning, buddy. Came in to the tick on that reversal. It's kind of really back on with this captain setup that should have went higher into a failure. Now a reversal that should have closed, and the market is pulling back. It's really a very interesting price action here. Switch trade right here. So I mean they should be pushing it lower. There you go. They're coming for it. That's a captain setup switch trade. And on the 200, I mean, that's a captain failure into a switch trade. The push is going to be to 820. And I need to really, it's trappy for damn sure. I mean, like, I need to take some risk here. I mean, fuck. I hate to do these kind of things, but I have to here. I'm gonna have to add to it. I have to add to it. Yeah, and I know it's gonna like go against me here for a little bit. Maybe a lot, I don't know. We'll find out here in a minute. I know in a minute I may be screwed here, but I'm gonna have to go break even. Man, I would hate that. Here we go. Let's go, baby. Flash sell to 820. Or get me out for a small profit. One of those two things. Thank you. Oh, I got overfilled. And I'll take it. Right. Well, I mean, is that all I made? Man, I thought I made a lot better than that. But we still made money. Damn it. I thought I made a lot more than that. But, whatever. It's one contract. All right, so let's see here. Let's see. Let's get involved. The market is coming back up. So they flushed the market. Let me see how we did it. I covered here. Oh, that's what happened. Look at these bastards. I covered here, and it nipped me right. I mean, they got me right there. I thought I took advantage of all of this move. But I went long here, and I made a little bit of money. Okay, I get it. That's very unfortunate, but that's okay. Let's keep working. Market is in sync on the short side still. I'm gonna get involved and I'm gonna get I don't like it. Let me see here. Push. Taking that one. I mean, it's good price action here, but we should be hitting our target of 795. 795. I just need an entry that it holds. And I'm kind of more in a scalping mode versus a swing trading mode. Good morning, Sheila. Good morning. They're stop running it. Yeah, they're chopping these people up here. Market is back in play on the short side. Let's see here. So they retested that 66. So now any short we take has a 66 stop. And I'm looking for a re-entry here. If I can get a push. Let them push it a little bit. Took one off. Flatted the other one. See, that's what I'm saying. See that back and fill, back and fill, back and fill. I mean, that's what I'm looking at, Sam, by the way. That's why it's getting me active here. Because the market is in sync and you got the 70 NT Rinko making a switch trade short. So I need to be short against that 63 reversal. I may get back in here, but I'm trading too much in a very tight zone here. So I need to be careful, but see that? That's the flush right there. It's just I need to be patient. They're selling it. Our target is 795, by the way. So we have a lot of room down there. Okay, here comes the target. Tell me you guys are making money. Okay, market closed. Next target is 770. Man, that was beauty. I need that one back. Marty got 23 points. Good job. Anybody else? Okay, good deal, Sam. Good job. Damn. Woo, baby. Selling boys, 745 and a quarter coming up. How is Steven doing? Safe any trades? Sheila. The clue to all this selling pressure was how ES was so divergent from NQ. So we're seeing how this captain setup that came in there pushed and they're trying to trade above it. So that is a little bit trappy. And that's kind of the beginning of a bit of a counter trend that the market is trying to make happen, potentially all the way to target number 3. So you just watch out the stop runs here. If they start buying them and running it back up against that level. So they hit another target, right? So the next target is 720. But there's the early signs right now of a counter trend happening. And I'm gonna try to use the counter trend in order to get short. So I'm not looking to get long anywhere here. But my eyes are open to how the market is behaving. Target is 720. Next target is 695. Wow. That's a 700 retest. That's a whole number. So they're bouncing it off of that. I get it. You don't like it. Get the fuck out of here, man. Yes, baby. Yes. Be nice to my wife. Yeah. So tempting, and I know it is so tempting. Just trying to kind of fade this, but I know better. I know better. I need to stay short, looking for the short. The market is done selling off, because you're getting a retest of a whole number here, and the market has reacted to it. So these higher lows, if they happen, are a good spot to get in there. But the market is so unstable on the long side that I'd rather just not get cute with this market. This is how I used to get in trouble. Trying to fade this junk. So I got to do better. Rallies are shortable unless we go up above 750 and the market is out of sync and the market is in sync on the short side. Next target, 670. So Sam, you see this idea of a captain setup, and that's for everybody, not just Sam. But the captain setup failure into a switch trade is a very, very powerful signal. It's a double signal where you're getting a switch trade short, and also the captain setup by its failure is a signal. So whenever you see that kind of formation on any time frame or any Rinko frame, that is a good spot to get aggressive. And I know. And I got into the right spot. I just took scalping profits versus the big money right here. I could have knocked out that 300K account in one trade. Now they're playing around at 700. There's a bunch of stops at 90. Let's see if they come back down and nab them. All right, so yep. Wow. Okay, target hit. 670 is next target. That's actually 670 has been the target. We haven't gotten there yet. Okay. So target number 5 here. We have a target number 6 all the way down to 627. So you got to watch out for that one as well. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Big Money Friday, right? Here comes that test to 700. What do you want to do? Here comes the counter. They're trying to stabilize the price around 700. I wouldn't be surprised if we get to 720. And that would be the first genuine attempt at consolidation, really. But we'll see. I mean, we'll see. Like I want the rallies to short into this market unless we completely reverse to 772. So how is ES doing? ES is still migrating to its next target, which is 56.6675. You have a captain set up short here. If you break it, then that will help NQ push to 20. And it's starting to do that. You made a railroad long. You need to break above 77. You cannot have a 6-prong captain set up short right here. You can't. I mean, for the longs. So a close here, that's the 6-prong captain set up short. Yep, I'm gonna push it lower. All right. Gotta keep reading through this market. I mean, they needed to kind of close above 78. Six-prong captain set up short on actually the 30 NT Renko. Take a look right here. So captain set up short here, another 6-prong captain set up short, and that actually paid from 91, almost 10 points so far. That would have been a nice one. And a 40 NT Renko captain set up short. So still, sellers are relentless here. They're pausing. They're trying to put some higher lows to stabilize it, and the shorts keep coming in. Yeah, that's the 6-pound captain setup. Let me see here. Yeah, see that one right here? Boom. That was a push. Very close to 670 target. How's everybody doing so far? Matthew, good morning. $645.25. Wow. Sell him. Sell him. That's the name of the game. Target is about to be hit. Oh yeah, we hit the target 70. Now it's the 45. We're about to hit that one too. I mean, any retest is going to get us to 700 in no time, just to let you know. So we need to see how this thing, because I mean, the market is, okay, so that's, they ran the stops and bottom, they ran the stops and bottom a little bit. Now it's a bigger buy, and that's going to take us to 700. I knew it. All right, let's see. Let's see. I keep thinking in terms of counter trend, which is, need to be careful about that, but rallies are shortable on a swing trade basis with a target of 620. We're looking for any rally to short into this market. And we're getting a little bit of buy-in interest here coming in. Running the stops again. The stops are under that 31. Yep. I'm gonna give this a shot. Well, don't do it, George. Don't do it. I gotta talk myself out of getting long here. I really have to. I think it's gonna work out too, like an entry at 27. Uh, well, yeah. I'm glad I talked myself out of it. Yeah, I have that trading disease called counter trend. I know, I know. That's exactly what it is. It's FOMO. That's how I get over it. I talk myself out of it. I was like, oh yeah, let's. You keep talking to yourself long enough, and you start saying, oh, that's a dumb move. Don't do it, George. Don't do it. Don't do it. Oh yeah, I know. But like you see here, I didn't participate. I just talked talked it out of my system. But look at that 600. So 600 is like an area where the market is trying to hold. See that? They're trying to stabilize against that 600. So most likely they're gonna just run it up above 26 and trap more longs and then pull it back in. So you're gonna see a push right now. ES is stabilizing with a double bottom. So they put a switch trade here and run it up. Here it comes. Come on. Come on. You're trying, baby. You're trying. Here you go. I'm trying to measure my read of this market. Uh, Here you go. Come on. Mm-mm. Oh, it's 9:30. Yeah, I know it's a bleeder. And yes, that's how they give you the hint of a reversal to trap you, and they get you a lot of railroads short. Yeah, trust me, I have to talk myself out of this. double switch trade. Now it's going to reverse, right? So you have all these stops just sitting above 25, 35. So if the market catches them, you're going to get a burst of energy higher. And then the sellers will come back in and try to knock it off against Harmony Zone number 2, which is 45 by 55. I mean, at least, right? Wait for the 100 to reverse. And the 100 will reverse at what price? It will reverse 34. Here you go. Finally, huh? Market is out of sync. Market is out of sync. So that's presenting us with a bit of a two-sided market where the longs at least have some footing. I mean, you really have to kind of get it right. And most likely it's a better idea to just pass on that long, but you're going to get a counter trend here. Then we're going to see some of the shorts come in and around the 45, 55 area and try to stabilize the price and reassert their control. ES is pushing back up. Let's see how the big picture on ES, yeah. ES is testing Harmony Zone number 1 right here. But, I mean, look where we at. I mean, that is a big freaking deal right there. We flushed a captain setup long that happened on the 21st of March. And we're countering right there, okay? So you're going to see a two-sided market and the market spending a lot of time rotating here, okay? So the strength of the push and the pressure to the short is waning down. That doesn't mean they're done. It just means that, you know, there's enough, they flushed the market enough right below a major stop point from March the 21st. And now they're coming back to you know, they're seeing a little bit of value at these prices. So market is out of sync. We need to see higher lows and another test of it. We just need to see a lot. I'm stepping away for just a moment. I'll be back. Yeah, good job, DJ. That's good. 450 for the day, and nothing wrong with that. Okay, so we're hitting harmony zone number 2, which is resistance, and we talked about that, and we're getting a little bit of a pullback, and I think the market's going to reverse completely to 670, but we'll see. I mean, there's a little bit of an opportunity for a long. The market is spending time between harmony zone number 1 and 2. There's stop running it right now below 28. You have stop runs under 15 if they want to come down and hit it. They could flush right here, and then that would be, here we go, 15. Okay, let them do that. I'm gonna try to take a fade, and I know it's a crazy one, but whatever. Oh, they're not gonna even give it to me. Well, maybe. Let's see here. Oh, come on. Let's see. No bueno. Well, maybe. This is a bit of a fade. It's risky play. Thank you. I know it too, but I knew it was a bit risky, but it just, the market's trying to stabilize. So they're gonna, I've seen this so many damn times, where they break it, go to target number 1 of the first reversal and fade it back to the middle of the range. In this environment, that type of trade is really not the best way to go, be honest with you. But just my hands were itching. Had to scratch that itch. Market is in sync on the short side right now. And there's a couple of things that we need to kind of pay attention to. Like if you look at the 30 into Rinco, I mean, I was away for just a second, but Captain set up switch trade. So that's a beauty on the short side. Then you got a Captain setup, and now you have a switch trade against that 23. So we need to be testing 600. So, I mean, you're getting a market that even at these low levels are still putting on some sell signals. Come on, baby. Let's go. Switch trade right here. So we should see a flush to 600. Here comes in 5 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Nope. It's not happening. Come on. And they're putting a captain setup here. They're going to probably run it. Nope. So that's an assumption right here, and it's getting countered. So that tells me something. Because that's an area of continuation. And the market is reversing and running stops. So they took out the stops right under or very close to the whole number and then reversed. So what do I need to make out of that? I think the market is ready for another attempt. So you cannot break 610. That's some. Yeah, it's not bad, Steven. Any day above water. So they ran right above the most recent high. I'd like to. I guess at these levels, man, I mean, if the market is still short, it's still short. What am I going to do? Watch the 70 NT Rinko. You have a potential captain set up long if we break 37. So any short that we have here has a 37 stop. And we're trading in the middle of the range. The market is in sync on the short side, but we're spending too much time running stop and buying them. Like right here, that's an example of that. They came back in here at the bottom end and they bought it back up. They ran the stops and they sold them. So we're just in a range, and ultimately a break under 600 will give you momentum. Here you go. Okay. I get it. Okay, did we flush? Yeah, we flushed. Wow. Got very close to the target. Yeah, 130, Sam, that works for me. Okay, sounds good. Uh, 12:30 my time. Okay, that's even better. Thank you for clarifying that. Because I'm thinking in terms of Central Time. So that's the, here we go. See that captain setup switch trade on March the 21st. 600s are like the bottom end of that range, and we're right at it. So we're taking out these stops, and the market is trying to hold. It's trying to hold this line. They're trying to do it with everything they got, pretty much, and it's just weaknesses. It's 10 o'clock. Captain set up switch trade on the 20 NT Renko, and that moved nicely. Here they come for the stops, and those stops are under 76. Let's see if they get there. Target is hit. Next target is 545. Here you go, Matthew. That's your target, right? Or close to it. They're putting a captain setup long on ES on the 6NT Renko, so it's fragile right now, but close above 48.50 will push NQ higher. If they get there, 48.75. I mean, look at it right here. See that captain setup? So they start pushing above 48, it's going to stabilize NQ. I'm looking for rallies to short into the market, but I'm trying to also keep up my eyes open for any counter trend and any stop runs, so I don't get caught in them. So I gotta stay my bias on the short side because the market is directional, and then start thinking in terms of, if I'm long, what would I be looking for, and watch out. Okay, so they did a switch trade and ran the stops above that captain setup. That captain setup on ES is holding, and that's what I was kind of concerned about. Potential captain set up long on the 50 NT Rinko at 576. 576. Here it comes. Now the market, here goes, that's what I'm talking about. So pullbacks now are viable on a scalping basis only, because you have the captain set up on the 50, captain set up on ES. You know, the market is putting, I hate to call it a bottoming, but it does look like a bottoming behavior. And then the move is going to be to retest the 600, and the stop is under that rotation here at 554. Captain set up long on the 20. There's a stop run that could be happening above 85. And you could start seeing the early signs of it, but we'll see. Here they come. If we put on a switch trade here, I'm jumping in. Meaning if we put a close above 78, and I would have to kind of like add in the range. As long as the 63 is holding and 78 shows up. Here we go. I overstayed my welcome. Here we go. Come on, baby. Let's go. Thank you. Damn it. Oh, baby. Look at that. Captain setup switch trade, the whole bit. I mean, we made a little bit of money on it, but boy, did I leave money on the table. We read through that one like... let's go. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Who jumped in on that one? Yeah, there's a lot of things going on that trade. So, and you see the speed in which they did that. So that is... Yeah, it's good to see. Fucking bastards. Okay. Is the market ready for a reversal? Maybe. You got a bunch of stops above that 20. They can come grab them and see how far they want to go with it. It's not a measuring contest. Huh. We're struggling here. Captain set up short on ES. A switch trade will be under 54 and a quarter. Here comes a stop run under 95. They're playing around 600. I get it. Maybe I have one more trade in me here. Captain set up short on the 50. So let's take a look here, because the market did very interesting stuff going on here. That's the captain set up long on the 50, ran it up. Now they put a captain set up short on the 50 as well, with a stop right above 621. Let's call it 620. So as long as we continue to trade under 620, we're going to get a flush below 80 into the 60 to retest that level. And it just seems like the market is just trying to stabilize, because if you look at the speed in which this market came down, then the stop ran it under 86 and reversed. And then that's just a very small stop run. Then they did it again from 76 down to like 60. And now they reversed it. So you're seeing, it's almost like they're putting, brakes on the pedal and trying to slow down the push lower. And that tells me that the buyers are accumulating. Okay? That doesn't mean the sellers cannot overwhelm them, but at least that's okay. So here we go. We got a reversal here, and that means that this captain setup did not go that far, and you have a potential stop run above 620. So unless this candle sells and sells right now into the 89, I will go short after that. And if we break 620, then I'm looking for pullbacks to buy into this market, and here you go. Okay, so that's good. I mean, as long as the market makes the decision, we're just not sitting in the range doing nothing. Cannot get to 92. Cannot get to 92. If you go break 92, then you got a bigger you got a captain set up short on the 70. So that means they ran the stops right above the 20 just to bring it back in. Another stop run. Okay. I mean, they got us. They got this market in a vice. A captain set up short on the 70. I mean, any run up into the 600, 605 with a stop of 621 is a stop with a push toward the 80s and the 70s. So they're just tossing people around here. Hey, David. Double switch trade short, and it's a tricky market here, David. It's really tricky. That's why I'm just kind of keeping my powder dry, and I'm looking for, like, the market is out of sync, so it's a two-sided market. You're running the stops and buying them. You're producing captain setup shorts, and you're not staying there too long. I mean, it's just a market that's exercise caution here, tight stops. ES is, so both NQ and ES are spending a lot of time in and around the middle of the range. Then they're not trending. Like, look how far went to all this stuff around 600. So we spent, what is that? From 10 o'clock. About 20 minutes. I have almost half an hour in a tight range. So that the market is telling us something that, okay, whenever we're in a range like that, it means the middle of the range is not going to be respected as much. and the market will just go up, runs the stop, comes back, runs the stops, and just keep tossing people back and forth, because most people are trying to position themselves for the next move, and you get them by running the stops. Market is back in sync on the short side. We have a target, and the target is a big one, 545. So let's go back to that 50 NT Rinko. The captain set up, ran it against the 20 and came back and flushed everybody. So that's fine. Rallies are shortable on a swing trade basis against 621. 621 is a significant price. Okay. At 70 NT Rinko captain setup kind of delivered. So here comes the 70s. You may come out down at the 60s and see how well we handle that. I don't know if, David, you were short on that rotation, but they just took it one more time before they came back and sold it. Speed, range, and behavior. Speed is moderate. Range is, pausing against a critical level. And the market so far, even with this minor moves in on the 100, is still directional. We have not reversed the 200. So that's, a range is expanding, and the behavior is short. And all attempts at longs have really been minor, and they ended up being in a trap anyway. But whenever you go into something that looks like this, look at that captain setup long from 80, let's call it 80, all the way to 20. You're getting 40-point runs. This is not insignificant. Okay. The 620 is a big deal, guys. 620 is a big deal. Now the market is out of sync. So it goes in sync, it goes out of sync. It just keeps tossing people around in that range. A little bit more price stability. I mean, they're testing Harmony Zone number. There you go. So how's everybody doing across the board? Any improvements anywhere? Steven is improving. That's good. Base hits right here. Good job. Look at Becca. Look at you with your bad self. Up 1300. Good job. Marty. I know DJ is done for the day. He made his 400 bucks. He's done. Matthew, any action for you? Marty is doing good, up 600. Steven, 300. Becca's 1300. Sheila, let's see where you at. Marty. You know who's missing today is Adam. Maybe he's just decided he doesn't like Friday. I know Friday used to get him. Plus he had a long night last night anyway. Yeah. And that's the truth. Here we go. That's a higher low. That's a higher low, and this is the second higher low, and the market is running into harmony zone number 2. We're getting a little bit of price stability. The 20 is a big deal because that was the top end of the captain setup short on the 70 NT wrinkle. So we're getting a market that is stabilizing on the long side, and people seeing value around the stop run from March the 21st. So you're seeing it right here. This captain setup switch trade is a big deal, and they came down and just tossed it around, pushed it lower. They just did a lot of stuff right here. So this can be, if the market sticks it here, and it looks like it may, we are going to be getting 700s and potentially 750s on a counter trend move. Markets don't go down forever and doesn't go up forever. It's going to reach a climax and then retrace. And we may be at this point in the market. I mean, here comes the stop run above the 20. Also, what we're seeing here is the fact that the market is slowing down, which in many ways supports higher prices. Because when the market is like after a sell-off and it just like stabilizing, and then the volatility is out of it, it's sucked in out of the market, you know, it start trapping some shorts, and the shorts are, and if the market start going slower, that would trigger these shorts to start to cover on most recent high swing highs. So that it becomes like a grindy price action that just keeps dipping a little bit and moving higher, and just dip and move higher, dip and move higher, trapping more and more and more. Because everybody that, you know, saw this short and missed it, they're looking for that rally to get back in, and that's how they get trapped. ES is moving to harmony zone number 2, and now we're going to run up to that 645. That's good, Becca. A trade is a trade. One contract, two contract doesn't matter. A little bit of resistance here. I mean, you're seeing a push, 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 and a switch trade. Okay. Good for them, man. Good for them. You're out of your trades though, right? Yeah, if you have a stop in the market, then you should be okay. Okay, so the market is back in sync on the short side, and they're running it back up. See that 20? I mean, it's just a ruthless 20. And they're just spending a lot of time just... Let's go back to it because it's critical. I mean, took that captain setup, pushed it, came back right above it, pushed it down. Made a higher low, so got everybody excited about the run back to 645. Market gets in and out of sync. Obviously, that is the majority of the move, and everything after that is a consolidation to stabilize the price and figure out what to do next. And this type of behavior is the dominant force is a lot of stop runs. Captain set up short on ES. Market is in sync on the short side. This rally into harmony zone number 1 is facing resistance. You're going to get potentially a run down to 81. We'll see. As long as the market continue to trade under 610 and a half, this market can push lower below 80. I'm going to be patient with this market. Good. Okay. 610 is 610. You get there, you get there. Your top end of the Globex band number 1. ES is breaking that captain setup, but coming in at an area where it could retest at 57. $610 is important. Yep. So they took out your stop and you're out of that trade, Becca? All right. Target is 545. Okay. A bounce. Um, we have some major levels here, uh, and they're trying to flush it. That's what they're trying to do. I mean, they slowed down the intensity of the selling pressure, and they had a lot of counters, but none of the counters actually materialized into a reversal on the 200. So the market went in sync, out of sync, in sync, out of sync, and now they're taking a rotation lower. Um, the environment as a whole, still speed, moderate, range. Now it's expanding into a short. That's the behavior. Uh, I mean, at a minimum, if I consider a long, I would have to get prices at 607. So I get 607, then I will look for pullback to buy into on a scalping basis only with minimum number of contracts. If we break into 49 excuse me 645, then I can get a little bit more aggressive with multiple contracts and look for bigger targets that will be 50 points higher into the 700 750. Okay, but right now the market is exhibiting just selling pressure. So in order for the market to prove itself on the long side, they have to do those things that we just talked about. And when you see this kind of behavior, I think the impulse of so many of us is, oh, this is going to be another higher low, or a dip that I need to be buying because the market's slowing down, and you get trapped in it. So I rather, me personally, not do that and just wait for these critical levels to be hit, and then evaluate the market on the long side then. Okay. If you look at the big picture, right here, we talked about that captain setup switch trade that started the whole move on March the 21st. They retraced all of it and took the stops right under it. So it's natural for the market here to try to stabilize. But the longs need to exhibit stronger behavior before I participate. And we're about to hit the target here at 545. So that's how I'm reading it. All right, guys. So we traded that account 300 grand into a positive 2096. Right here, I copied some of my trades from this account into some of my PAs. Nothing big, considering it's Friday, but 93% here. All of them are 100% except this account, and we ended up making a little bit of money due to good risk control. So that's how my day is going. And we may just call it a day right here. I mean, boom, hit the target. Next target is 520. All right, take care, Becca. All right, guys, that's it for me for the day. Good day. We saw the market clearly. I mean, market is trending. We took advantage of some of that price action, and we're going to call it a day. Monday is another day, and we'll get it done. You guys take care. Make sure you like, subscribe, comment, and share. Hopefully this session helps you make better decisions. And see you guys on the next one.